It's been a long time since the Shadow Fiend really has been popping out in that mid, and EHOME goes back to it.
So he's already going to say hello to Never End, although he might be in trouble now. Fortune's End will root him in place for quite a while. Never End has the Stormhammer whenever he feels like throwing it out. They need some body blocks though. SIRIUS going to try and get in front. He has level 1 Devours, so can't use the Infernal Blade, but it won't matter. Y will go ahead and pick up the first blood very early on. Meanwhile, they are going on to Faith Beyond again, and he has already lost half his HP. Faith will go into the tree line, though Sylar is continuing the chase and will have a stun up in just a few seconds. A very big crit coming out as well. Now the stun, not quite yet. Firefly will roll in, and Faith Beyond will die as soon as he TPs back in. Now Faith Beyond again, going to be chased down. Sylar, he gets in there with the stun. Skeletons coming out as well, though not that many. But Firefly going to be able to roll in very soon, though SIRIUS just keeping him at bay. Now the roll in, he'll actually go the other way onto SIRIUS instead, though they are still chasing down Faith Beyond, and he is definitely dead. Another kill going on to that Tidehunter. Firefly just making a lot of work happen so far this game. Now EHOME, they want to try and punish, and they are going to find the Jakiro. It looks like that is all they'll find, however, and a nice ice path connects on 3 heroes. But that does open up the bot lane, and Sylar goes ahead and claims the Tier 2 tower.
He goes for that armlet, the classic Raid King item. Now, a lot of Raid Kings we tend to have seen before.
White, gonna go for the TP, will not be successful.
They don't really care for any ultimates. They can just keep going like this.
Well, Faith has the Ravage, but it's not going to help if he dies, though. That looks like they are going to go in now. Faith just wants to find something for his team. They're going to get started. Their nice ice path coming out from the Jakiro. Sylar going to lose his first life by the looks of it, and he will. Now the Ravage. It's going to be great for this team fight. They'll get started straight on that Wraith King Sylar. He'll end up losing his life. It's a big amount of gold, though. Another ice path. They really want Faith Beyond for some reason. Never End, though, with that cleave. They'll find Firefly as well. Now they'll find Inflame. In fact, no. Inflame will get out. There is a Ravage available in 10 seconds. Now, they can't mistime this, though. They're going to find Inflame. That'll be a nice pick to start off with, though. He's not even that easy. He throws out the Sprout, and now the Ice Path comes out. Roll in from Firefly with the Magnetize, though they are still trying to go after Inflame on that Prophet. He's still alive somehow. He finally ends up going down, but now Sylar wants to move in, and that Magnetize is doing a lot of work. Ravage will come out, however. They found ASD with the Doom. He caught the tail end of the Ravage just as it was going out. And EHOME, they do manage to find 2 hero pickoffs with that smoke. Or maybe he didn't. ASD gonna jump in after that Oracle. Once again, there's no false promise this time around. Can they burst him? The Doom was committed straight on ASD, and now a nice Ravage coming out from Faith Beyond. They'll find one. It looks like they're gonna find another in Inflame.
But they didn't pick off that Doom, and it looks like EHOME is willing to go back in.
Yeah, Never End gonna jump straight on to Sylar, though. Can't really dish out the damage that quickly, and the Heaven's Halberd was available, though they do find the Doom now into ASD. He does get caught out by SIRIUS, and he is dead. They're going to go straight after a Tier 2 as well. Just understanding they can't really be contested right now. The Ice Path will come out, but that's not really going to stop them from doing what they need to do. Looks like Inflame will go down to the bot lane as well. And once again, just start pushing it out. So this time around, why is there on the Oracle, though?
Never End.
Jumping in quite deep. They will end up finding Jakiro fairly easily. Looks like Inflame will continue just pushing in that bot lane, and we'll find a Tier 3 tower. He might even find a Rax here by himself. They are going to buy back on the Jakiro, and now EHOME, they can't really afford to back off, but ASD jumps straight in onto that Sven, and looks like he will claim the Aegis. Meanwhile, Inflame, he gets out of there safely, it seems like. He hasn't found the Rax, so Never End has been left alone. That BKB TP, though, will allow him to walk out of there safely. Well, they do end up finding Inflame down to the bot lane. Scythe Device will come out, though, on Ferrari, and well, ASD going to try his best to defend for the team. Gonna be a pretty hard ask, though. Never End. We'll get to Tier 3. Now the Ravage comes in.
God.
Faith, he found so many of them. They're going to find another in the Nature's Prophet, it seems. In fact, no, that's Sylar. They found him out. He will be able to walk out of there, but who the hell cares about him? The Raxes are being taken by EHOME. Meanwhile, the mid lane is also being pushed in by Inflamed once again. But what does it matter? You're about to lose another Tier 3 and probably another Rax on the side of SIRIUS. Sylar gonna go in, but the side device was there from 430, and now the stun comes out. They do have the root as well, and they'll be able to at least find the reincarnation life. Will they even bother for a secondary? They probably will. He's just alone right now. They'll bring in Flame to try and help out, though Never End thinking about diving. Now the Doom being committed. Bit of a wishful Doom, but it still will buy them time for the third tier 3 tower if they really want it. They'll roll in now. BKB TP away from SIRIUS. The Yules will be there onto Y. They won't mind Y dying too much. He's just the position 5 anyway. Well, they are going pretty aggressive right now. ASD, they're going to jump straight onto that Sven, though. Can they take him out? Yes, they can. And now Ferrari 430 going to get jumped by Firefly, and he's gone. How fast can SIRIUS take it? I mean, at the very least, 430 won't be there. Sylar does do a lot of damage with that Wraith King. Thinks about Faith Beyond, but Faith Beyond just copying no damage at the moment. Screw him, just go for the racks instead, Sylar. That seems to be the plan, though here comes SIRIUS. They are still trying to take down Faith Beyond, who is just so darn tanky. He has an Oct Green core right now. Sylar gonna go back to concentrating on that melee barracks, but he might end up losing his life. He brings out the skeletons now. ASD goes in the back, though. Ravage does connect on ASD, and with that, they perma-stun him up. He does go down. They have found the mid-racks, however.
Ravage is down. Doom is down. So they still have chances here to take this road
Triple
fight.
Ice Path, John, in the Roshan pit. Macro being dropped as well in EHOME. They're going to try and turn this one around, though. Side Device will be there and Inflame. There's the God Strength as well, but another nice Ice Path coming out. They are trying to go in the backline, take care of that Jakiro. Meanwhile, Faith just taking care of Inflame. Inflame, again, being very annoying with those treants. Just will find a range racks for himself, at least. But still, they're going to get Megaed at this rate. A buyback is now up, though, for the Wraith King, and they will buy back on Sylar, and he'll jump straight in, but the Hex from 430, they're going to lose the line straight off the bat. He has Reincarnation. ASD trying to go after Y on that Oracle. Now Sylar just mad fighting Nether End. And well, it looks like they'll go into SIRIUS instead, and though False Promise will be there in time, Sylar still trying to fight. 430 right behind him. He's just going to go mad fight everybody, apparently. Though Never End has God Strength, will end up fighting Inflame. Now Sylar gonna be a sitting duck. He loses 1 life. Firefly gets caught out. There's a Ravage from Faith Beyond, and they will find Sylar a second time, and that'll be GG. What a game number 1 for this final, though, coming out. And welcome back. We are here for game number 2 between EHOME and Team SIRIUS. They are rolling in again, the Never End. Going to be in a bit of trouble now because there is a chase going on. In fact, no, they'll go after Y. Inkswell will be there as well, and that should be a first blood going to the wave in Flame. But they will find a trade on the Doom, or will they? SIRIUS, he'll turn around and get the final right click necessary. Are diving underneath the tier 1 tower now, it seems. Flame might have pop out, though there will be a stun coming up from Never End immediately. Now they are going to dive through the tree line. SIRIUS with the Boulder Smash as well. Now Stroke of Fates, though, coming out from Firefly. Never End, who's he aiming for? Looks like he might go for the Grim Stroke, but Inkswell will be there, and Never End loses his life. Now they'll get SIRIUS as well. Firefly will go down, though.
Never End up top.
Gonna end up losing 1 life to Sylar. Probably will end up losing a secondary, though. Sylar gonna back off. Winter Wyvern does join in, and now Faith Beyond as well with the Swashbuckle. Never End, he will find the stun, and this should mean Sylar's death, and it does. He didn't have the song available at the time to throw out, but this does buy time for his team to go after that tier 1 mid tower. That is exactly what they do. This will be the final tier 1 tower on the side of EHOME if they do find it. They'll get it with really no problem on the side of SIRIUS, though. SIRIUS rolls in. He can't afford to miss those rolls, though. Won't find anybody. So the Magnetized Faith Beyond will be able to grab him with the Swashbuckle, but now you've got that Soulbind coming out with the Double Doom as well. 430 forced to commit the Stone Gaze to make sure Firefly cannot continue the chase, and they will find him. They will even keep Faith Beyond alive. Meanwhile, 430 apparently finding ASD. Y actually pops a smoke of his own, but it's broken immediately, and it looks like mid lane they do make a jump onto ASD, though Sylar finding Y up the top lane. Now they are going to go after Faith Beyond, as Sanities has been committed. We'll find the kill onto that Pangolier. Already has 1 ultimate orb in the stash. The bot lane, looks like there might be a bit of a roll, and in fact they have found Neverend, but a nice Winter's Curse coming out from Y. They're going to be able to take down the Centaur almost. In fact, no, they won't. The Neverend still being chased down with the Stampede. Y copying a lot of damage there by ASD. Inkswell will be there, and they will find the first life. 430 though coming in with that Stone Gaze. Y somehow still alive throughout all this, and now the Soulbind comes out as well. EHOME though don't really mind whatsoever. SIRIUS is falling apart in this engagement. They're going after Y, still on the Winter Wyvern. They will find Firefly on the Grimstroke, and now they found the Centaur as well. Spirit Vessel being placed on top of him. The stun is there, and SIRIUS will lose another 3 for their troubles.
Yeah, and they now really hand that network lead all the way to EHOME. And that aggression is really not paying off. The Soulbind was thrown out, the Doom was not. They don't manage to secure that kill on Y, and they don't show respect to the Winter Wyvern. That Winter's Curse came out.
Tyler gets jumped on John, he has the song. Roll in though, they're trying to find him. Meanwhile, SIRIUS looking at 430 down at the bot lane all by himself. They catch this Medusa out, it'd be pretty darn nice. He doesn't have a TP available, so 430 just forced the hide. There will be a Rolling Thunder. Faith Beyond trying to come in and help out. They'll commit the Doom straight on the Medusa, and now Faith Beyond stuck because of the Soulbind. Though he won't mind, he will still find Firefly, and now the roll in as well. It looks like they will find another in the Doom and the Centaur. ASD coming in, but they still haven't killed off the Medusa. A lot of damage coming out, though ASD will finally find the kill. In fact, it was Sala who found it, and now the song comes out. He does spot out the Earth Spirit. Sin Q nowhere to go. Does have the roll. Will roll straight towards the right. There does cop the ensnare. And now ASD spots him out. But Faith Beyond comes back in. There will be a BKB there from ASD, however. And again, you're going to be going into a Stone Gaze Medusa.
Oh,
looks like the team fight has already started. Neverend going straight after Firefly, but gets stunned up. Now Faith Beyond though jumps in, will take care of one kill. Now the Winter's Curse as well. They found the OD. Meanwhile, the Roshan pit, there will be a Stampede, but 430, he's not even done with the Roshan yet. In Flame, ASD going to run in. Sanity's Eclipse as well, though the Aegis is there on 430, and now the Stone Gaze. It's going to be too much damage for SIRIUS to put up with. They've lost 3 already. They're going to lose another in the Pangolier, it seems like. In fact, no, the Doom. He's going to end up dying here at this top rune spot. A triple kill is there for Neverend.
And it certainly is holding out in this game, but I haven't seen that massive Neverend.
Yeah, it gets caught out. ASD has the Astral. They have the Doom as well if they want to commit this, but generally, you want to wait for at least a second life. Though now Stampede, but the rest of EHOME are coming in as well. Soulbind will be there. No Doom being thrown out quite yet. The Rolling Thunder from Faith Beyond. Moving in straight onto Firefly. Now a song being committed by Sylar. He wants to go onto Y. The Winter's Curse is available, and he will commit it immediately. As to be expected. Meanwhile, up at the top lane, ASD trying to go after the Earth Spirit. They did find 1 life on the Wraith King, and now the Sanity's being dropped, but 430 does not care about that. ASD ends up going down. They will find the Centaur as well. And it looks like the Doom does manage to pick up a bounty rune, but what does it matter when you do end up losing your life? He did not even throw out the Doom that whole time, by the way.
I mean,
John, the problem is he can't break the distance. Now he gets jumped on as well. There will be a Soulbind coming out. They get the stun off, though she will be able to song, though Sin Q does find the silence. Now the Stampede as well. Roll in, Inkswell is there. Illusion's coming out. Silence still not using the song. He is going to get stunned up completely here by Faith Beyond, and it does go down. He has no buyback. He just used all his gold for that MKB. Now they found ASD as well. ASD, nowhere to go for him. He does get kicked away, but it does not matter. No buyback on him either. Oh my, they lost the Centaur as well.
I mean, they bought out both their items there, and they tap out.
Yep.
My
good to see that MKB worked out, John. Worked out really well.
I mean, that's just such a bad way to close it out, though, isn't it? Like, you just finish up the items, you get chased out to the wrong spot,